stay-at-home dad, watching Disney movies he never had. His daughter digs through all the VHS, crushing the classics in a princess dress. Informed like Scuttle, Kurt's got your ticket, making it real like Jiminy Cricket. Most are off the Captain Hook, but if the Tweedledum, he'll be taking more shots than Bambi's mom. Leave him raised like Simba, or cracked like the beast dishes. He'll show you a whole new world, you won't need 3 wishes. Stay-at-home Disney dad.
Finding Nemo. Okay, I've been to Disney World a few times, and I've seen the live show in Animal Kingdom once, and Turtle Talk with Crush and Epcot thrice, and rode the Nemo ride itself probably a dozen times with my kids, but I've never seen this movie. Giddy up. Finding Nemo, which will forever be confused with Little Nemo, the bizarre British weekly newspaper comic that became one of the most underrated Nintendo games ever made. Regardless, I am so psyched for this one. This is the one movie I was really excited to watch. All right, Mr. and Mrs. Nemo are happy, and they find a house and passive-aggressively bicker like a real married couple. They check on the kids/eggs, and they want to name them Coral or Marlin, because that's their names, I guess. A predator shows up, and Coral goes into bear mom mode and chooses to protect the eggs over herself. Marlin gets knocked out, wakes up, and everyone is dead. His wife is dead, the kids are dead, there's darkness and misery and death, and this is your life now, Marlin. Swim aimlessly for the rest of your tortured existence, longing for what you lost. And okay, wait, one egg made it, and there's a crack on the side of it. I'm gonna guess that's Nemo. And if that last comedy bit seemed insensitive, it's just to mask my struggle with my real emotions, as that scene gutted me. Yes, gutted me like a fish. Flash forward, and it's Nemo's first day of school. Marlin is ultra paranoid, but can you blame him? They swim to school and talk about sea turtles and sharks as if that's a ludicrous situation and not some on-the-nose foreshadowing. The other dads make fun of Marlin being a clownfish, and they want him to be funny, and that's funny. He accepts and tries to tell a joke and bombs, and that's really funny as well. This is a good movie. The dad in me is relating to the sting of a first day of school milestone, because I know soon I'll be watching these VHS movies by myself. Oof. Nemo likes school, but sneaks away with the cool crowd to check out the drop-off. They see a boat, and they think it's called a butt. That's a big butt. They're going to go touch the butt. This is some lowbrow humor for Disney, and I kind of love it. Marlin shows up and saves Nemo and scolds him because he's not supposed to go to the surface, or to the east wing of the castle, or the elephant graveyard, or past the marker in Moana's ocean. And wait, did he just say he hates his dad? They have this big fight in public, and a freaking scuba diver appears and catches Nemo in a net. Marlin chases after him to no avail, and now he's alone again, and his wife is dead, and his children are dead, and his son's been kidnapped, and he's so horribly alone. This movie is not a lot of fun so far. Not fun at all. Marlin is frantic and screaming for help, and he bumps into the iconic blue Ellenfish. Dory forgets things every minute or so, and that's a hilarious character idea. I'm expecting big things for this movie. It's been like 20 minutes, and they have layered on the pain and suffering. Poor Marlin. But I'm legit already invested. I'm rooting for him. I never know how to feel when Disney pays millions of dollars for a celebrity with little legitimate cartoon voiceover experience to be the title character in these franchises, while seasoned voiceover actors toil away forever on YTV and Cartoon Network shows. But I gotta admit, no one could pull off Dory like Ellen. They meet Bruce, which I'm sure is a callback to the Jaws robot, which was called Bruce, and for the first time, my extensive horror movie knowledge came in handy. Bruce's friend has a nose piercing, which is a fishing hook, and that's kind of awesome. They find a scuba mask one of the divers must have dropped. They borrow from The Simpsons' Hungry or the Damned original Treehouse of Horror short, where the foreshadowing is thick that the main character is being groomed for consumption, only it's later revealed that their hosts don't actually want to eat them in some clever misdirection. Only Dory accidentally gets a nosebleed and the sharks go bonkers. This is great. They have a mock Alcoholics Anonymous meeting, but then it turns out they have a real addiction they can't control. So far, this movie is fantastic. Some underwater nukes get detonated, and atop one stork blames another stork for farting when a bubble pops to the surface. This is bizarre poop humor for Disney. Nemo ends up in a dentist's fish tank. The dentist's talking Australian, you can't understand him. Where are the rescuers down under when you need them? Nemo meets a collection of Island of Misfit toys in the tank with him. These are some weird fish. The fish watches the dentist apparently tortures a patient. The stork appears at the window. It's revealed that Nemo was going to be a present for the dentist's kid, Darla. She shakes bags and kills fish, and they end up in the Porcelain Express. flush and dark. The fish in the tank size up Nemo and figure he's small enough to fit through a small pipe. There's a plan afoot. Back in the ocean, Marlin and Dory have lost the masks. They don't have the address. Marlin is annoyed again. They dip into the complete darkness. They see a tiny light. It's a tiny light bulb. They go towards it. The light makes them happy. The light is attached to an angler fish or a lantern fish, whatever it's called. The animation is popping on my standard def TV right now. As the lantern fish tries to eat Marlin, its light reveals the mask again, so Marlin tries to keep the fish near the mask so Dory can read and memorize the address. Letting the imbecile memorize the address doesn't seem like a sound strategy, but Marlin's kind of out of options. The angry fish gets caught in the mask and they escape. That scene was epic. Back at the dentist's tank, the other fish wake up Nemo, and this part is kind of scary. He's led into the circle of chanting fish, and it's an initiation of sorts. They want him to swim through the ring of fire. The starfish yells, "Isn't there another way? He's just a boy!" And I laugh out loud. Nemo swims through this lame ring and proves himself, and he's renamed Sharkbait? They reveal their plan to Nemo. He's small enough to carry a pebble through a small tube and jam the motor in the tank so the water doesn't clean and the tank will get dirty, and when the dentist cleans the tank, they will all be put in individual clear bags where they will roll out the window and back into the ocean. Whew! Marlin tries to ditch Dory and hurts her feelings. "It's because I like you that I don't want to be with you." Copy and paste that breakup line, kids. After a misunderstanding with a hilarious school of fish, Dory proves her worth and gets directions to the address on the goggles, but immediately after that, Marlin is a jerk to her all over again and doesn't trust her memory and takes a wrong turn and ends up surrounded by hundreds of jellyfish. Once again, the animation for this scene is just next level. Marlin makes it out, but Dory doesn't. She is stung. He rescues her, and she is almost dead like everyone else. This guy is bad luck. Everyone around him dies. Everyone. He drags her out, and yep, looks like she's gonna die. Back at the dentist tank, Nemo comes to terms with the fact that his dad probably isn't ever coming for him. The dentist goes to the bathroom, so it's go time for everyone. Yeah, I'm not above bathroom humor either today. They set Nemo with the pebble into the tube. He jams the blade with the pebble and starts to return, but the pebble pops free and he's being sucked back down towards the blades. They panic and stick a long fake plant into the tube for him to grab onto. They pull him to safety and he's crying and the fish are crying and they give up and one's like, "Don't make him go back in there." And I have this rescuers flashback and I'm not happy about that. There are some dark scenes in this. Then we meet Crush. I dare you to explain the Crush character to someone who is unfamiliar with him, and I'll bet he sounds like the worst, most annoying stereotype in the Disney universe. But he's not. Crush is so endearing you don't notice how 90s Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles slang annoying he should be. Crush is awesome. Dory is alive, and they are all swimming with a tribe of turtles and their turtle babies who are also adorable. Big thumbs up to the character designers for the turtles. We have some levity, and the turtles and their kids share some sweet moments. Crush uses the Beatles term cuckoo kachoo, and I'm sure there's some clever connector, but I don't have time to dissect it. Marlin tells the turtles his story, and then there's this amazing scene where his tale of trying to rescue his son goes from sea creature to sea creature across the ocean until the pelicans hear of it. We meet the mine seagulls, and I finally get what's going on outside the ride in Epcot. Nemo has accepted his fate and is prepared to go with the dentist kid and die. He's basically saying his goodbyes. Gil is a really sad character, the other fish in the tank. He's written like a prisoner on death row. The pelican shows back up at the window and tells Nemo that his dad is coming to save him, and Nemo is reborn as he hears the tall tales about his dad's incredible journey. Nemo grabs a stone and flies into the tube, and I have goosebumps. He jams the pump and gets to work making the tank as dirty as possible. The turtle tries to explain how to exit the EAC, but in the end, Dory and Marlin just get pushed into an exit. They say their goodbye to the turtles. Maybe that's why no one gets sick of the turtles. They're only there for 8 minutes. Marlin ends up inside a whale with Dory. The animation is overachieving again. Marlin is yelling at Dory and accidentally calls her Nemo, and that is his come to Jesus moment. Dory says, "The whale says it's time to let go," which has 1,000,000,000 layers, and Marlin says, "How do you know it's going to be okay?" And Dory says, "I don't." Life. Am I right? The whale expels them. The dentist starts to clean the tank, and Nemo is put in a bag when Darla enters to horror music. Awesome. The pelican eats Dory and Marlin, but Marlin chokes him, and the other pelican Heimlich maneuvers him, and the fish pop out, and the other pelican realizes this is Marlin and scoops them up and takes them to the dentist's office. Darla is hilarious. She is crazy. Nemo pretends he's dead. The dentist panics and goes to get rid of dead Nemo before his insane daughter sees the Nemo corpse. The pelican shows up just in time and fights with the dentist. Marlin sees pretend dead Nemo and thinks he's real dead Nemo. The dentist grabs and chucks the pelican outside. Gil sacrifices himself and Nemo goes down the spit-sucker drain and out into the ocean. I'm 100% invested. The pelican puts Dory and Marlin back in the ocean and flies away. "I'm sorry, I truly am. It's over. Marlin lost." He gives up and he starts to head home because the sun is dead too. Dory doesn't want him to leave, and the scene is breaking my heart. Dory finds Nemo and her memory's triggered, and there's this Requiem for a Dream intense sequence that slaps out all the sad. Dory reunites Nemo and Marlin, and this is effective storytelling at every level. This should be the end, but Dory is trapped in a fisherman's net. Nemo steps up to save her, and Marlin has to let him go and try. They're telling all the fish to swim down against the net. This is intense. And I realize right now I haven't made fun of this movie or poked fun at an obvious plot hole or an eye-rolling trope at any point in this review. That is an absolute testament to Finding Nemo. The fish and Dory break free and we have this short death scare with Nemo, but of course he's alright. Could you even imagine if they killed Nemo here? Nemo says he doesn't actually hate his dad. Flash forward, it's time for school, and Marlin isn't scared for Nemo anymore. Marlin is fun and outgoing, and Nemo is off to school, but he hugs Marlin and says, "Love you, Dad." This is hands down easily one of the absolute best Disney movies I've ever seen so far. Why isn't this movie more popular? Like Frozen popular.
That's what I think about.
What do you think?
What we have is a concern about Curtis Anderson. His interviewing style is not the best. His personal appearance is not the best. I was wondering if the man has some kind of a hold over the channel that he's allowed to be employed for so long with the standards of journalism and personal appearance that he has. Thank you.